problem. So it was a tough loss tonight. What kind of lessons do you take away from a game like that? And what do you tell your team after a loss where it was a tough game for you guys?
Yeah. I just went in there and told them. They came out swinging in the second half. They came out swinging in the first quarter. They showed me they can play with anybody. We turned the ball over 5 times. They scored 20 points off of turnovers. You can't beat anybody turning the ball over 5 times. You can't. And obviously that's on me and our coaches and the players, and we have to fix it. But we turned the ball over 5 times, some deep in our own territory with the momentum we had. I mean, if you look in that first quarter, we were running the ball better than we had all year, throwing the ball. We looked unstoppable on offense. And it's self-inflicted. We have to hold on to the ball. That's exactly what I told them. We're going to learn from this. And I can't wait to get back and practice and get it right. But I'm even more confident now. And you guys can all think I'm crazy, but it just shows me the type of group we have. And I can't wait to play again. Obviously, defensively, we didn't stop the run. We knew they ran the ball for 300 yards a game, and they ran the ball for 300 yards again tonight. Missed tackles, some foolish penalties. We need to coach better, and we need to play better. And we'll make sure we do that.
Well, good.
Rich, I think you're on mute.
Oh, I didn't know I was up. Okay. No, Coach, just talk about ball security. I mean, you made that an emphasis after the last game. What happened? I mean,
Rich, I got to look hard on the film. We did make it an emphasis, and truthfully, we've been emphasizing it since we've been together. We work it every single day, and we work it hard. And I made more of an emphasis on it this week. The interceptions, they are what they are. I want Phil to let it go. And we throw the ball, it's going to happen, right? But the fumbles aren't. And the one, I don't know what happened. It looked like Hunter was late with the motion and we mistimed it. I'll have to see it on film. And he kind of bumped into Phil, and that led to the other. But, we can't lose the ball. Our backs got to do a better job of holding it. And like I said, I got to do a better job of coaching that.
We'll go next to Julian.
Hey, Jeff, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Julian.
Perfect. You've touched on it a bunch already, but I think you had 3 turnovers in 4 games. You had 3 in your first 4 possessions this game, and you were still down 10 at the half. Like, how much does that set you back in terms of opportunities lost, and then kind of what happened after that you couldn't get back on track?
Well, I mean, think about what you just said, Julian. We turned the ball over 3 times within the first 4 possessions, and we were only down 10 points. And 2 of them, I believe, were deep in their territory. Mm-hmm. It's a huge momentum shift, right? And it leads us playing more defensive plays against a really good offense. The key to the game was time of possession and moving the ball forward and not giving them the ball. And we failed to do that. It's just, like I said, the way we came out swinging and running and throwing, just shot yourself in the foot and sent us backwards. And, we can't come back from something like that. 5 turnovers against a good Virginia Tech team.
Next question for Kevin Stone.
Hey, Coach. I'm just kind of curious what the process is after a game like this. Will you watch the film, on the flight home? Will you give yourself some time to kind of wind down? Just kind of how does that work for you?
Yeah, we'll all watch it on the flight home. We'll get back late tonight, and I'll bring the players in a little bit later to get their rest. I'll bring the staff in a little bit later. I'm not going to be a guy who lands at the airport and tells the whole staff that they have to come to work at 7 a.m. So guys got to get their rest. I'm not going to treat the staff any different, win or lose, and I'm not going to treat these players any different, win or lose. I'm going to coach hard whether we win, and I'm going to coach hard if we lose. It's about the process. I thought we had our best week of practice, which is why I'm really disappointed. And you can see we did have our best week of practice. And the way we came out, it showed. We just didn't execute.
Let's go to Andy Backstrom.
Jeff, you talked about the importance of stopping the run. What kind of problems did Hendon Hooker pose tonight in terms of, especially on the zone read, it seemed like you guys had a hard time wrapping him up?
Yeah. I mean, if you look to like the first third down when we blitzed, it looked like we had him sacked 3 or 4 times, I'll look hard at the scheme when we get back and look at the film. It looked like we were struggling to get off the blocks and just finishing our tackles. I don't know if we were tackling too high but we'll fix it.
Next question for Christopher Heidel.
Coach Jeff, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
Talk about Phil's performance tonight. They're throwing 51 attempts out of 28. I know you guys were throwing the ball a lot, but just talk about his performance this evening.
Yeah, proud of Phil, the way he hung in there. Prime example of who he is as a player and a person is the tackle he had on the interception. A lot of guys would have started to jog off the field and got off a block and looked like a linebacker out there. I want Phil to be aggressive. I like the way he plays the game. He gets better every single week. And like I said, I'm sure we'll watch the tape and he'll see some plays he could have made, but tough guy who continues to throw the ball and light it up.
Let's go back to Julian.
Jeff, yeah. So this team, you already know, right? Like they've had their own situation, playing down 15, 20 guys, a couple of games, postponements, all that kind of stuff. Hooker is just coming back himself. What does that say about an opponent and kind of what they bring? Even if you don't know what they have, it's still a threat and a very dangerous one.
I mean, it's a good team, Julian. I think they got a bunch of depth. They got 2 or 3 quarterbacks that look good on tape. I think 21's one of the best backs in the country, and they got a really good O-line. We knew that going in, and, I thought we had a really good plan. I'll be curious to see the tape.
And then also, we were talking last week just about don't believe your tape. You know what I mean? Like you guys are on the road, but don't believe. You still got a lot of work to do. Does a game like this kind of help not believe? If you're starting to buy into anything, like, hey, we still got a lot of work to do.
Again, I mean, win or lose, I stress the process and I stress the importance of getting better every week. And I'm sure when we turn on the tape, we're going to see some things we did really well. But unfortunately in football, if you make big mistakes like we did, you can't win. So we'll watch the tape closely and we'll get better, Julian.
We've got time for 2 more, and we'll start with Emma Healy.
Hey, Coach. So obviously, barring the big turnovers from your running backs, you had 3 different guys rotating in at back tonight. What does that tell you about the strength of your team and the depth of your team that you've got?
Well, we got Travis back, right, and we got Bailey going early on in the game, and Pat deserves to play. All those guys work really hard, and we believe if guys deserve to play, we're going to play them. Like I said, it looked like we were off to a really good start in the run game, and we're going to continue to improve that. And
we'll finish with Andy Backstrom.
Yeah, Jelani Galloway and Jalen Gill had some pretty huge receptions tonight. What did you see from them, and what's it like to have some guys, in addition to Zay and Hunter, to really help the offense move the ball?
It was great. It was great to see him step up, make some really big catches. We're going to need that from those guys. I thought Jelani took a step last week, and it looked to me like Jalen took a step this week, and hopefully we'll continue to build, and those guys will continue to get better.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.